I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace, blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, nor personal religious or religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you are my proclaimed enemies or my family or friends. It doesn't matter if you're dark-skinned or light-skinned. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace, blessings, God be with you. Tonight happened to be Tuesday, May the 26th, 2020. 2020 time of the vigil. What is it? About 7:59? About 7:59 p.m. Tonight, what I want to first say is me and my household is praying for my neighbor who went to the hospital today. We praying that she is okay. We praying that God have all of his angels of peace, blessing, and healing all around her. We praying for the people in the city of Chicago that I grew up in. Just this past Friday, Memorial Weekend, from Friday until about Monday early in the morning on Memorial's Day of 2020, 10 people were killed, 40 people was wounded. We praying for all the families of those that was wounded and killed. We praying for those that's wounded that they recover. We praying for that city because there are police out there that's trying to stop the violence. And I know they can't stop the violence everywhere, but you got to beef it up in the people of color's neighborhoods. People of color, we gonna have to stop killing each other. We gonna have to stop letting these shooters come in our house. We gonna have to stop letting them shooters leave out of our houses with them guns. We also got to go to Minnesota, where 4 police officers was involved in a black man being killed. It's a protest going on in Minnesota right now. The police, one white police, you can see, hey, now how you doing? You can see the police with his knee on the black man's neck, and the black man saying, "I can't hardly breathe." We heard that before with Freddie Gray. You see, one thing that's happening in this country, you see, blacks, we killing each other at a high rate. Spanish people too. In the video, you will see one Spanish police, it appear to be standing up while the white police had his knee down on the black guy's neck. But you can see one thing that you will never see, or I haven't never seen in Charleston, Missouri, when police done unjustifiably killed blacks on the streets of here in Charleston, Missouri, or in the jail, in the detention center in Mississippi County here in Charleston, Missouri. You don't see black and whites come together and protest. You don't even see blacks protest, especially the leaders. But if you look in Minnesota right now, they protesting, black and white. They videoed why this police was committing this murder. Now they gonna say a man went into a medical distress. Who wouldn't go into a medical distress if you laying on the ground and handcuffed to your back and a police or anybody got their knee on your neck? You see what I'm saying? But now they got a couple of them off on administrative leave. From what the word was saying, the one police that had his knee on the black man's neck, he done shot and killed other people. You see what I'm saying? But what they need to start doing is when these police get these cases, instead of just firing them, they need to arrest them. They need to try them for murder, because we entrust them when they have these badges. You know, if you look in Minnesota when they got these signs, black and white, you see they got KKK as the police officers. And that's what people portraying them to be now, because that's what it seemed like it is. If you got a police standing there watching another police doing something and he know he gonna probably more than likely kill an individual, you know what they said this guy was suspected of doing? Forgery. It ain't like he was suspected of doing more. Then they say he went into medical distress. After 4 or 5 to 7 minutes, they called the ambulance, and when they put him in the ambulance, guess what? He was still handcuffed. They claim he died when he went to the hospital, but more than likely he was dead right there. Wake up, y'all. You know why I'm down here battling against sellout blacks here in Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County, and white supremacists. Some of them sitting on the judge's bench, not all. Some of them in the sheriff department, not all. Some of them in the police department, not all. Some of them in the NAACP, not all. Some of them in these groups that's got these government grant money, not all. But I'm sitting here battling with these sellout blacks here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, while police are killing blacks, blacks is killing blacks. Stop the violence, y'all. Stop the violence. Wake up like they did in Minnesota. One thing about Minnesota, Georgia, and these other places, when the city, the state don't pick up the case, they get it to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They never do that here. If they'd did that in 2011, the police officer that killed the 34-year-old mentally ill guy here back in 2011, he'd have probably been in prison or fired. Those officers and sheriff deputies in the Mississippi County Detention Center here in Charleston, Missouri, in May of 2017, when they killed that black guy, mentally ill black guy from Tennessee, if they would have let the federal government don't get in. You got these sellout blacks down here get along with these white supremacists, talk to people who family members and got killed to take a few dollars. Then you leave these Ku Klux Klan on the police department where they can kill again. You leave them in the sheriff department. You leave them in the police department where they can transfer other places and study kill us. Why y'all think I talk the way I talk? I ain't the only one talking about it. See, they don't like it here in Charleston, Missouri. You know why? Because this is a good old boy system down here. But a good old boy system that they can't break this Negro. Peace be still.